And the final 5 seconds will tick off the clock here as Cedar Ridge has accepted their fate. That'll do it. Westlake victorious in the bi-district round, trying to avenge their area championship loss from a year ago, 61-59 against Warren, as Westlake will move on to the area championship with a 67-52 win over Cedar Ridge, as Westlake continues their winning ways. That's their 25th win of the season. They are now 25-1 with the loss. Cedar Ridge falls to 11-15 on the season. And a congratulations to the seniors on that ball club. Ernest Swindell, Jaden Finley, Ryan Brooks, Tanner Fitch, William Fivery, along with, though those are the seniors, and we are very quickly joined by head coach Robert Lucero. 67-52 win. Coach, impressive stuff, but really you got to see a guy that was a big part of last year's team really erupt offensively, as we saw 3 3-pointers go in, a perfect 3, if you will, 3 for 3 for Connor McManus. But really tonight it was about the defense and getting the team in transition and creating opportunities for one another.
I thought we did a really good job in the first half of guarding their stuff, especially in the first quarter. And then, like all good coaches, Coach Black on the other side, he's going to mix some stuff up and keep them coming at you, especially in the playoff game. And so I thought they did a good job, Connor, he's star for us, come off the bench, all that, but he had a concussion in practice where he was out for a while. And so I think it just shows that, he had to take some time. He had to practice to get back in shape. But, he's such a good kid. And he just stayed with it and worked, and then, you stay ready, and then you get your opportunity, and then he did a great job spraying the floor today.
One thing that we noticed in this ball game, obviously when the shots weren't falling, you had your opportunities on the outside. Sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't, but you really saw a nice two-man game, in my mind, with your two bigs, KJ Adams and Nakari Gahan. And what I noticed about the senior leadership from KJ is he kind of turned into a point guard for you. We've seen that a number of times where he come up as the 1, maybe the 2, but he was creating opportunities for Gahan down low. Those opportunities were there. He didn't really convert at the foul line, but he had a run of 6 straight points. You started to see the confidence come in. What does that mean when you have a guy like KJ who is willing to relentlessly pursue that effort down low with Gahan?
Like with KJ, if he has it going and he's getting to the basket, he'll stick with it. If he's hitting shots, he'll stick with it. And tonight, he would tell you he gets frustrated when he's not, like all kids, they want to, show their best all the time. So he got frustrated with himself scoring, but he does so much for the team regardless of how many points he's scoring. If a team's going to pressure us like the way they did on the perimeter, if they're going to pressure us on the perimeter like they did, we have to be able to go straight to the basket, and I thought KJ and Nakar did a great job of that. And then, when got some post speed from the wing, it's hard to take away the three-point line and take away the post and double. So I thought the guys did a good job there in the fourth of getting the ball into the post. The third, we kind of settled a little bit too much. You get the lead, settle, and then I thought we got back to playing better basketball in the fourth.
You led right to my next question. One of the only real negatives that we can extract from this game that I know you're going to cover leading up to the area championship, Coach, is that 11-1 run where you had that moment with Ian Moad who had to leave the game, went down. Scary moment there. It looks like he's okay, but in that moment, that's one thing that I think that's going to be a teachable moment going into practice in preparation for area.
It's just like, third quarter, we got to come out with the same intensity and fire and execution-wise that we did in the first and second quarter. And, we've always said that our defense builds and we get better through the game as we learn what they're doing. But in this game, I thought there was just a moment where instead of learning and getting better, we took a step back. But then, they got back to in the fourth quarter and did a good job closing the game out.
We thought early on, and I've just got the statistical information updated, we knew early on that the key stat was to watch the rebounds. 18 total rebounds for Cedar Ridge to 29 total rebounds, 14 of those on the offensive glass. That's really the stat that we look at when you want to think about, hey, what led to the success? Second, third chance opportunities, especially with KJ. In a couple of series, he had opportunities to not only initiate the shot, but back it up not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's just an opportunity to really see just how well Westlake can play down low on the boards.
Yeah, we have a goal of 16 offensive rebounds a game. So we didn't quite get there, but at least we were chasing it down and pursuing it. One of the things that when we take really good shots and predictable shots, we're going to be in rebound coverage. And so we just got to make sure that we're doing a good job of taking the right shots, and then we'll be able to know when we need to attack offensively to rebound and get back.
You are awaiting the winner of Roosevelt and New Braunfels in the first-round matchup that started about 24 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I know that you have an opportunity to record these games, go back. I know that perhaps you haven't scouted those teams just yet, but one of the things that we know, you mentioned it in the pregame, that the area round was not the expectation where your season would come to an end. How focused is this team now moving off this game and into this area championship round to kind of avenge that early exit last year from the playoffs?
Yeah, every season's different. This team has a goal to continue to win, and so it's a little bit quicker turnaround. We'll get 1 day to prep, and we got to get some guys some treatment. But I think I probably won't mention the game from last year very much, but I'm sure that the guys will have it in their back of their head. What happened last year. Roosevelt, we played them earlier. They're a little bit different team. New Braunfels was in a really tough district. They were 8-6 tied with a bunch of other teams, and so both of them are good teams. So we got 1 day to get ready for them.
One final thought, Coach. Do we have a time and location for either team?
No,
everything's still undecided.
It's so hard to find gyms right now because not everybody wants to host. So we have some gyms set aside, and Coach Blackshear has done a good job of doing that, and we've talked to the other coaches, but nothing's been finalized. But as soon as we do, we'll send it out to you.
Absolutely. We'll let everybody in Westlake Nation know. Again, the final 67-52, Westlake victorious in the bi-district championship round. Congratulations, Coach.